Hey there, I'm Janet, and I'm about ready to start filming some very good pump workouts. And they're pump workouts that I created on my own, and I hope that you really enjoy them. But before we get started with that, I realize that a lot of you maybe have not done some of these movements, especially to the beat of music. So I'm going to give you about a 15-minute or so tutorial on some of the base moves that you're going to see in my class. So let's get started. You will need a barbell, but oh, do you? No, you don't. So if you don't have a barbell to hold, to do some of the movements that I'll be doing with the barbell, like a deadlift and dead rows, so on and so forth, if you have two kinds of any type of hand weight, on squats, you could be holding them on the sides, you could be holding them up on your shoulders, you could be holding any type of weight. It could be your plantar over there into your chest, maybe even your toddler. All right, so anything that you can hold for your squats. If we're doing a deadlift or dead row, if you don't have the bar, you could be holding two weights. All right, and of course, all of this can be done body weight, nothing in your hands, because the reps are going to get you anyway, right? Those of you who have done this before, you know that. Another thing, we'll be doing a clean and press with the barbell, being very exact with your form. A lot of people come out of alignment and into their back, almost like they're limboing under the bar. While that could be fun, not really a good idea right now. We're going to be pulling the bar up like an upright row, but then drawing the elbows back. Did you see that? And then we can push them forward and squat under the bar. So we come up only as far that we're not shrugging, only as far as we don't feel like we have to take it away from our body. You might be here, here, here. Where does it fit you? Is to start to rotate the elbows back into the back muscles and catch there. We drive straight up, squeezing the butt and drawing the shoulder blades just a little bit together. Here's another place where I see people fall out of alignment. When the bar comes down, it's a vertical line right into the top of your chest and your hips get out of the way. You should be able to wiggle your toes there. There's the press part and down. A lot of people on the way down come into that limbo. That does not feel good in the low back. All right, it's coming down into a squat. As you come up, the elbows start to spin back. Notice my bar is already starting to go down and then down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 is the count. However, if a clean and press, especially pressing overhead, is not right for you, same counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to see in my backtrack, I'm going to give you a combination of one single row followed by one clean and press. Well, guess what? You don't want to do that clean and press after the single row. You're going to ignore me and stay in the single row instead of the clean and press. You got to own it. You got to make choices. Also, in this warm-up and in this backtrack, I put together my own little combo. We go down and do 2 quick rows, down, hold, up, slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 5, 6, up, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 5, 6, up, 7, 8. Watch out for that one. Nice. Another thing we'll be doing is a tricep overhead extension, holding a plate, maybe some laundry detergent, which I failed to mention. You could even use something like this for your clean and press. So do you mind if I back up a little bit? Hold on. Something like this, holding the sides, you can clean and press. You can even do a narrow squeezing inward, which sets the back and shoulders for your row. I really wanted to show you that. That's why I have my gain right nearby. All right, and here you're a little bit more narrow than you would be with the bar, or if you're holding 2 weights. Squeeze in. It's a different type of activation, which is very cool, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4. How heavy is your detergent today? Too heavy? Empty some out. Do some laundry. All right, so I wanted to show you that. I'm back to the triceps. When we're doing an overhead extension, notice here my elbows are a little bit in front of me. I can see them the whole time. The most important part of the tricep extension is getting the elbows fully extended so that you're fully contracting all 3 tricep muscles. So a soft elbow is not full contraction. A straight elbow, oh, I just felt my tricep muscle right there. Full extension, all right? So we often as instructors will say, go to the base of the neck. That's just a landmark. Notice if I had longer arms, I'm gonna just sort of pretend here. If I went, actually I should say shorter. If I went to the base of the neck and my arms were shorter, pardon me, something like this would probably happen just so I could get to the base of my neck. So very important when we instructors are giving you landmark cues, you're going towards that landmark, not always necessary to that landmark. You're going into the range of motion that keeps your other alignment in check. So watch what I mean. So if I was not able to get to the base of my neck with my elbows still forward, with my neck still neutral, I'm going to do like a tiny little bit of a chin tuck there. If I couldn't do that, this sort of would happen. Look what I did with my ribs, right? Sometimes if you're going down here just to get to the base of the neck, it's not worth it. You might be going just to the back of your head or the top of your head. The amount of elbow bend doesn't matter as much as the full extension, all right? And then with that said, a lot of you out there don't need to be working in overhead. That's why I give you the option, one of the reasons why I gave you the option on a clean and press as well. All right, if you don't belong up here because of shoulder neck issue, well, you could pick up 2 hand weights of whatever you got around the house. Could be 2 candles, 2 nice heavy Yankee candles, right? Kicking it back instead of pressing it up. That would be with that plate, right? So if I'm going, pulse, 2, 3, and up, 2 singles. Boom, boom. That's a combo that's coming. We could do 2 hands, pulse, 2, 3, 2 singles. Yeah? We also in the tricep track will be going into a tricep dip. I love these because it teaches us to get the shoulders back where we need them for good posture. We keep the shoulder blades squeezed together. Do you see how I'm sort of popping my chest? I'm holding my belly tight so that my back doesn't arch. And then the movement comes from the elbow. That's why I'm going down. I'm not going down because I'm doing anything funky in my hips. Save that for Zumba class. Everything is stationary. Everything is locked. The only thing I'm moving is a bend of the elbow. So if you start feeling this happening, see how my shoulders are sort of rounding in and opening my shoulder blades, right? If that's happening, shorten your range of motion. Only go as low as you can, that you keep the shoulders back and the back tight, right? And if that's too much, you're just not able to get all the way up, which is the point, just as in the overhead, getting the elbows perfectly straight for full contraction. Once again, the depth doesn't matter, but the full extension does. That's not happening for you. Fingertips forward, butt on the bench, bend, and straighten. Once again, my elbows are pointing back. Can you see that? Right? Not letting them come out here. I don't want any movement in here. Sometimes I do, but not for triceps. Very strict. Cool? Biceps, elbows stay under the shoulders. Let's talk about lunges quickly. We learn to set up a lunge as if we're kneeling for the team picture. Where's my basketball? Wish I could play. Anyway, wish I could watch. Anyway, 90 degree, and then we rise. Another important thing, there's where our lunge lives, very vertical. We try to keep the same amount of body weight, front heel, woo, back ball of the foot, right? So we don't want to be going forward as we rise and coming back. We don't want all that happening. We want this all locked. Low belly tight will keep your hips set under the ribs for neutral spine. Use your core. I cue it all the time. Another thing about the lunge, when you are stepping back, you're making sure that your stepping back leg is not going on the same rail of the railroad track as your front foot. No balance beam stuff. Can't balance there, all right? Each foot has its own railroad track, hip width apart. In the lunge song I'm going to do today, we'll have some stationary or static lunges, keeping the leg back, and we'll have the option on the singles to tap in and step back. If you're having trouble getting there quickly in form, just keep your foot back and ignore that. Cool? Let's see. I think those are the most important things that I wanted to talk to you about before we get started. So I hope you enjoy my pump class, and see you there.